bit. Clarkson for three. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 8 now.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Kelly, the pass to Eason. Green against George. Shoots. Another one falls for Houston.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Utah has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Markkanen from long range. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. 2 here in the second.
Here's Kelly driving in. And that one is hammered home.
Woo! He just levitated in the air, double pump, and then slammed it home.
How about the D right there? They just got out of the way. They let him choose what kind of move he wanted to make. And that's a foul called on Walker Kessler. That's his first foul. So for the Rockets, Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Brooks comes in for Eason. And Holiday subbed in for Green. Colin Sexton's checked in for Utah. Houston leading by 14. Pass to Kelly. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Offline from the high post.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris, Sexton has to be in the conversation.
Well, let's begin with the fact that he's an absolutely fearless scorer, a tough competitor, an improved facilitator. There's grit, determination. He's willing to get into you defensively. He is somebody that will compete on the defensive end.
And he makes a first. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback. Just a dynamic scoring guard.
And Houston making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Pass to Kessler. Markkanen from long range. Ooh! Lauri Markkanen, good from the corner.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
There's Kelly. Smith with a screen on Sexton. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. The Rockets on top, up by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. You're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participant.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Utah Jazz.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. Now let's go ahead and recognize the Player of the Month Award recipients. In the West, the Wizard.
Leading the charge for this squad, man. Hey, Shaq, he's not only scoring well, he's impacting everything in all areas of the floor. Ernie, what an amazing guy, and his consistency has been unbelievable.
Now, he definitely has the respect and trust of his teammates. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Jazz trail by 9. Taking a look at the Jazz. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. George and Sexton in the backcourt. And it's Kessler in at the center position. Now here's George. Markkanen with a screen on Holiday. For 3, George. Markkanen misses.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Sexton. Collins with it. George outside. Collins a screen. Launches it. The Rockets pull it in.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Utah with the ball. 11-point game. Markkanen from long range.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Here's Kelly. It's guarded by Markkanen. Smith with a screen on George. Pass to Kelly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown. Drains the triple. Kelly's got 25 points in the game.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Collins outside. George a screen on Smith. And here's Collins for 3. And finished off by Kessler.
You simply have got to box out Walker Kessler. This guy gets a lot of his offense from second chance opportunities.
Holiday finds Green. Sengun a screen on Sexton. Here's Green. And Collins with the big block. On the wing, Sexton. Covered by Smith. Sexton, that's good.
Well, Colin Sexton's ability to dribble drive is probably his greatest asset. What a pretty move.
Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform?
I'm not going greatest player, BA. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Collins outside. Pass to Kessler. Now Sexton. Over Green. And there's another one for the Jazz.
This guy has got a variety of scoring moves. Colin Sexton keeps the opposition guessing.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Kelly. It's guarded by Markkanen. And there it is for him. Kelly's got 9 points in the quarter. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Down by 12. Outside Sexton. Over Green. Here's Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Well, tremendous scorers want to attack the offensive window because it's easy opportunities typically.
Here's Kelly. He has 29 now. Oh, wow! And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Sexton. 10 points for him. Collins with a screen on Green. For three, Sexton. Sexton, another miss.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Kelly. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Jazz trail by 14. On the wing, Sexton. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Holiday taking his time here. Out to the right wing. The three ball. Kelly, shot's good. Kelly's got 36 points.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Collins outside. Pass to Kessler. Here's George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. You know, from day one in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few others, Doris.
There are certain guys that are electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keontae George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
That's good from George.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
And Houston will go for a different look here. Landale's checked in for Şengün. Eason comes in for Smith. Whitmore's checked in for Green. And Vincent is subbed in for Holiday. And a switch here also for Utah. Clarkson's checked in. Now here's Vincent. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Here's Kelly. Back to Vincent. Pass to Kelly. 5 to shoot.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Jazz trail by 14. Now Sexton. He's got 13. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Houston has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's Kelly. He got it again. Sensational.
And hats off to him. I mean, he's got the longest 40-point streak in league history.
Unreal. He's been on a scoring binge we've never seen before. And the Jazz with possession here. After the basket by Houston. Clarkson outside. Clock at 6. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Clarkson's got 10.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
Vincent with the ball. Out to the wing. Here's Kelly. Releases. Again. Houston.
Relentless in his approach. He has one thing on his mind. Close this game out.
George outside to the inside. Sexton misses from short range. Houston leading by 16. Pass to Kelly. Back to Whitmore. Here's Kelly. Outside Eason. Here's Whitmore outside. The rebound by Markkanen. Jazz trail by 16. Here's George. Outside Sexton. Clarkson for three. Here's Kessler. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I think one of the impressive things about the young Walker Kessler is you know what you're going to get night by night. Great shot blocking and
he's checked in for Utah. Sensabaugh comes in for Markkanen.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you. Hitting for your Rockets, number 28, Alfred Sengun.
Smith and Sengun play together in the front court. Green out there with Aaron Holiday. And it's the Wizard in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Sensabaugh. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Sengun. That's tipped. Here's Kelly. Back to Holiday. 4-3. Utah with the rebound.
well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Hendricks. Fires from deep.
And I don't know why they're still shooting threes. It's not paying off for them.
Holiday up top. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
They feel like they have an advantage inside. And so far, they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
First free throw is good. Holiday hits them both. Jazz trail by 18. Pass to Sensabaugh. And that one drops. Sensabaugh's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Here's Kelly. Fades and shoots. Clarkson grabs a miss.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, you question the shot difficulty.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Sensabaugh for three. He's off on that one. Houston leading by 16. Smith outside. Here's Kelly. Outside, Green. Sengun, a screen on Clarkson. 5 on the clock. Here's Kelly. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Kelly's got 44.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Timeout, Jazz.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
here. Collins checked in.
Once again, let's check your Clutch City Texans.
Pass to Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Clarkson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Outside Holiday. Here's Kelly. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Clarkson outside. Collins with a screen on Green. Clarkson passes to Collins. Rockets with a rebound. Left side, Green. Shoots over Collier. And again, it's Houston.
Yeah, good shot. I mean, Green makes it look easy.
Jazz trail by 20. Here's Collier. Clarkson outside. Collins with a screen on Green. Clarkson for 3. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, great positioning and timing from Şengün there. And his height helps a little too.
Utah's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Collins. Pass to Hendricks. The three-pointer off the mark. The Rockets lead by 19. Here's Kelly. Outside. Green. Knocks down the triple. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And right now, Green's got the hot hand. And it would be wise to keep going to him.
From 13, and that one's good. Clarkson.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Holiday passes to Green. Let's go with a 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Green's got 23 points.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Pass to Clarkson. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith's got 5 rebounds in the game. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers. I just love the ball movement.
The Jazz have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
The first one falls, and a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Landale's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Smith. Whitmore's checked in for Green. And Vincent is subbed in for Holiday. Vincent passes to Kelly. And here's Brooks. Inside. Kelly, shot's good. Kelly's got 49 in the game. Here's Collier. Markkanen outside. Takes the 3. Drills it from deep.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Vincent passes to Kelly. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
George, he's checked in for Utah. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Pass to Collins. It's George on the wing. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
This is where the length of Keontae George helps, right? Inside, he's so much longer than your typical guard.
Sengun with it. Here's Kelly, three-pointer. Yes, and it's Sengun picking up the assist. Sengun's got his 6th assist of the night.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Here's Kelly. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Kelly's got 55.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Markkanen for 3, and he drains it, making him 7 for 15 for the day.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Here's Kelly. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Rockets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this team is something else. 64 wins. These guys have had quite the year.
And they've had no trouble finding the win against this squad. They'll wrap up the season series with a clean 3-0 sweep.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the Wizard.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Outside, Green. Pass to Kelly. Offline from the top of the key. Here's Markkanen. It's rebounded by Houston. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Houston with another miss. On offense, here's Utah. From the arc. Holiday grabs the miss. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Sengun. Outside for Green. Smith outside. Here's Kelly. Misses there. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson.
MP has been slinging 40s like it's nothing lately. Great win tonight, MP.
tough game tonight. Lock in.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Both Jalen and Jalen Williams are out there. One at the 3, the other at the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Holmgren in at the 4 spot. And for the Rockets, the post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's the Wizard, and it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA, and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
Now, here's Holmgren. Williams passes to Williams. Williams, a screen on Thompson. Williams can't get it to go. Here's Kelly. He's guarded by Williams. Kelly passes to Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. And Williams, here we go. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Yeah, Williams found the penetration and then committed to the drive completely.
Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
That free throw good from Kelly. Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against the Utah Jazz. Williams against Thompson. Williams can't hit.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's Kelly. Boy, he was something else against Utah. And Thompson kicks to Kelly. In the corner, Smith with it. Just 5 on the clock. 20 feet out. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Stripped it away. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Holiday. Finished off the break.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Outside Williams. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort wide open. The three-pointer no good. Houston in the lead. To the paint. Smith. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Outside Williams. The Thunder with another miss.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Şengün with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good. Kelly.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Holmgren. 23 points his last outing, and it's good for 2. Dort's got his second bucket of the night.
And how about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
Williams against Şengün. Over Williams. Şengün, no good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 2. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. And the layup is good. And it's a tie ball game.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Out to the right wing. Kelly inside. Defended by Dort. Kelly kicks to Holiday. Thompson sets the pick for Holiday. Pass to Kelly. Fires for 3. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And here is Holmgren. Puts up a 3. He can't get that one.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Kelly passes to Şengün. Thompson outside. Pass to Kelly. Shoots. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for the Wizard. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Count that one for Dort. The Rockets trail. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the Wizard in the last time out against Utah was all business. Picked up 58 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Here's Williams. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against one make.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Dort passes to Williams. Outside Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Jabari Smith. Max Strus is checked in for Amen Thompson. And Vincent subbed in for Aaron Holiday. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Williams. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Cason Wallace. He's checked in for George. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Kelly. 8 points for him. Houston needs to get a shot. Landale with the bucket.
It's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
The Thunder leading by 3. Now here's Wallace. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Wiggins sets a screen for Wallace. Shoots over Strus. Wallace misses. Rockets have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Pass to Vincent. Here's Kelly. The fadeaway. Here's Brooks. Rebound by Wallace. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Caruso with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Caruso, the pass to Williams. From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And a record-setting season continues for them. Now up over 30 road wins.
And well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Wallace against Strus. Wallace down low, and it's Strus with the rebound. For Houston, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Kelly passes to Landale. Here's Kelly. Pass to Brooks. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Landale misses.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Here's Wallace. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Kelly. With the shot. Caruso grabs the miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Wiggins. Caruso with the ball, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's Lu Dort making things happen for the Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
So the Thunder 5 right now. They got Aaron Wiggins. Jason Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at the center position. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Following the score by Oklahoma City. Really left alone that time. And 12 points for the Wizards.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that
one. Wiggins left side. Pass to Wallace. Now Caruso. A steal. And there's the drive. Oh,
and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 38 points for him last game against Detroit.
The other part of this game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Pass to Wallace. Out to Gilgeous-Alexander. Eason grabs the board. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And a moment here to recognize the Western Conference Player of the Month, the Wizard.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Rockets. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Wallace. Wiggins with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a big for the perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. There's some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday, the pass to Kelly. Şengün with a screen on Wallace. 6 to shoot. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he's good on the 3-ball. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wiggins. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
It's taken away by Wallace. One-on-one fast break. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Kelly. Nice defense from Wallace.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Caruso kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Wallace. Wiggins sets a screen for Wallace. Here's the teardrop. And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. The Rockets, number 1. Second, the Thunder.
And they may be getting it done in slightly different ways, guys, but both of these teams are putting up a ton of points.
Smith checked in for Houston. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Alex Caruso.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. The Thunder leading by 4. Here's Wallace. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And it's 8 points for Wallace.
Some heads-up ball there from Dort.
Here's Kelly. 14 points for him. With the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the wrist foul. That's his. And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for Oklahoma City. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq, and now they're processing things even faster, making even better decisions. That's impressive.
Yeah, if your front office selected any one of these guys, you can say you won the draft.
And we now take a look at the Houston Rockets and the close first half they've played.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nice game. Great performance by the Wizard.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's the Wizard, and it's Thompson, and it's Holiday, and at the point, that's the 5 for Houston right now. Kelly inside, defended by Dort. Shot by Kelly, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first field goal of the second half for Oklahoma City. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Here's Kelly, defended by Dort. Out to Smith. Thompson against Williams. Thompson passes to Kelly. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Outside Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Drops in the tray. And now a 9-point Thunder lead.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here. Yes, finally one drops after the 0-of-3 start.
Outside Williams. Here's Dort. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 6 assists here tonight.
And this is how confident Dort knows how effective he is off the catch.
Kelly inside. Defended by Dort. Shot by Kelly, no good.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Yeah, but there's 3 or 4 to start the second half.
Outside Holiday. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. No good on the triple. It's trailed by 10. On left of the wing. Here's Kelly. 18 points for him. Banked in off the glass. Kelly's got 4 points this quarter.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Here's Kelly. 20 points for him. Smith outside. Just 5 to shoot. And Holiday gets to Kelly. No good on the 3.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Kelly.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. He has 5. No good off the spin. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession. And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Şengün. Took him no time at all on that one. Dort's got 6 points in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Gabe Vincent comes in for Aaron Holiday. And is this year also for Oklahoma City. Caruso's checked in.
Highly skilled and intuitive. Şengün is a handful. This is where some people compare him to a Jokic.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Brent, of all the things I could ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. If you accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Led by as many as 14 points. That one good for 2.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Houston making some changes. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Amen Thompson. Here's Kelly. 22 points for him. Pass to Vincent. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kelly. There's the triple. The Rockets with another miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now Dort. Offline with his 3. And Brent, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
Here's Kelly. Back to Brooks. Here's Kelly. Here's the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Dort to the left wing. Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. There's a good screen. Eason with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. And you look at the Wizard, so solid around the basket, currently 3rd in the league.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Houston making a switch here. Whitmore is checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams, he's checked in for Williams. And Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Now a moment to see the stats for Wiggins. His last 10 games, he's right around 9 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Max Strus is checked in for Vincent. Here's Kelly over Williams. Williams with the block. It's Dort on the wing. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Over to the wing. Here's Kelly. He's got 22. There's the screen. Good, he hits the jump shot. Kelly's got 24 points. And here now the Thunder. They lead by 11. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Caruso finds Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Hits the 3-point bomb. Dort's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Elbow shot is on the way. Shot by Kelly, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Here's Williams. Wiggins passes to Williams. And there it is for him. Williams has got 16.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
To the left side wing. Here's Kelly. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Wiggins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Dort. Williams with the ball. Dort kicks to Williams. Again, Williams missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brooks with no one around.